When bass anglers figure out the pitching presentation, an entirely new world opens up to them. Accuracy, getting the lure into tight places, and picking apart visible cover are all the benefits. So today we are taking a look at what pitching a lure looks like from underwater, or how the lure should enter the water. We know what the ideal pitch looks like from above the water, an effortless and quiet entry that barely leaves a ripple. And yes, there are times when a bad pitch or a loud plop will get bit when those bass are ready to feed and more aggressive. But those subtle entries I feel are key for tougher days, and also that reaction type bite. Imagine this piece of cover on your home lake. There are so many places where a bass could be loafing. When bass are actively feeding, they are much more likely to be out hunting or searching. When they are hanging tight to cover like this, odds are they are not that aggressive at the moment, and we need to trigger that reaction. A natural looking prey species that happens to drop right in front of them and either get that instinctual bite when the lure flashes right by, or enough of a natural entry that the bass follows the lure down because of curiosity and then slurps it up after it has fallen through the cover. That's what we're trying to do. Either way, we are trying to mimic something that just happened to fall into their home turf. Now, I like to think about it like this. If you're sitting at home in your favorite chair and something passes or flashes inches in front of your face, odds are you will swat your hands at it and react. Bass do the same thing, but obviously with their mouth. It is also why multiple pitches to a piece of cover is key. There are many places a loafing bass could hang out on this tree. One or two presentations are likely not going to give us enough coverage, and letting the lure fall on a slack line all the way to the bottom is a critical part of the presentation, but it is easy to accidentally not let that happen, especially if the cover like this tree has a little depth to it. Dropping that rod tip as the lure falls is such an important part of the pitching process. Now, one of the most common mistakes we make as anglers when trying for that quiet pitching entry is not using a lure that has enough weight to it. When that happens, we often get that pendulum up and plop entry we want to avoid, especially when trying to get a little more distance. Something as simple as going from a 1/4 ounce to a 3/8 of an ounce can make a huge difference in how effective your entries are. And of course, taking a moment to adjust your spool tension and brakes will help as well. And hey, if you want to watch a video that breaks down when exactly is it time to change colors, or what should we look for when changing colors, go ahead and check this video out right here, and make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.